Namaskar, everybody. Today, I will talk a little bit about Asteya. The meaning, because a Sanskrit word is always difficult to translate exactly in English, but people use the word non-stealing. So Asteya means non-stealing. We are not taking anything from anyone. But it can be a little bit deeper, because Asteya is one point of Yama. You know, we have Yama and Niyama, which are 5 practices of Yama and 5 of Niyama. They help to balance our conscious mind. So Yama is something that is psychophysical, means it comes from the mind and it expresses in the world. So it's psychophysical. And we say it's a psychophysical emanation because it's emanating from the mind. It comes from the mind and it expresses in the world. So every action that we do, these actions start in the mind. After that initial mental aspect, it expresses or it manifests in the physical world. So Asteya, if we want really to be established in the Asteya, we have to give up the desire of acquiring what is not rightly one's own. It means we give up the desire in the mind. Then the question of it coming in the world does not happen. And in general, let's say I'm talking to you here, we are 29 people. I would assume, or I would think that everyone present here is following Asteya, or at least making an effort to follow Asteya. We are not taking things from others, we are not stealing from others in our daily life. So I would assume that. But we know and we observe that this is not really what's happening in the world. People are taking things from others. And so I want to ask you a quick question here. You can answer in the chat window. What percentage of people in the world follow Asteya in your opinion? Or it be as what percentage of people are not stealing or don't want to steal or are not taking things from others without their permission? So can you think of a number of a percentage that you think how many people in the world follow the Asteya? Okay, I have some numbers coming. Somebody said 75% of people do it. Some said 50%, 80%, under 50. It is a good question. 50% consciously try not to steal. Okay, so we are quite optimistic. We think that 50%. All right. Okay, so let me just make some assumptions. You know, many people steal because they see some other people have a lot and they don't have, so they steal. Some people steal because it's a habit. Some people out of necessity, they don't have any job, any money, they have to steal. And let's look at a general view of the world, okay? put this image there. This is the total wealth of the world divided by country. And as you can see, the US has 30% of the wealth of the world. China has 18%, Japan 7%, and you can see Europe is the green one, Asia the blue one. Africa is here, is I would say this little thing here is Africa. And Latin America and Caribbean is here, which is very little also. So this, I put this just to see that the wealth of the world, let's say we have our planet, and how we distribute the wealth. Some places we are keeping a lot of wealth, other places not. Is that acceptable? Is that how it should be? Is that according to Asteya? These are questions that we need to ask. Let's say, are the rich countries stealing from the poor ones? Or is something else happening? Or if we look, for example, in maybe they are not directly stealing, but maybe they are preventing them to get more, to get what they really need. And as I mentioned, things start in the mind, then they manifest in the world. So what is manifested in the world today is this. So this is in the mind that the mind that is, let's say, dominating the planet is creating this situation. So is this mind working in the right way, or these minds, these many minds? So that I'm just leave this as a question so we can think deeper about Asteya. And I just want to put a point here. How would the world be if people were established in Asteya? Let's say there is a family and you have the parents and the kids. The parents, being the most capable, most responsible, they make sure every kid has what they need. Parents will not take more for themselves just because they have that capacity. They will distribute everything in the best way possible. That is really the spirit here. All right. So I leave you with this question, and I just want to make a point about Yama and Niyama. These are just us making an effort to follow Yama and Niyama, to apply it in our lives, and also see that other people are inspired to do the same. Only this can change the world. These are basic practices for a planetary leader. We need to be established in Yama and Niyama. There are many people who are leaders in the world, and maybe one day they were idealists. They thought that they would do something great for the world, but then they enter in a certain system and they fall for that system because they are not really established in Yama and Niyama. Okay, so that is what I wanted to share with you today. And I'm open for questions or any comments.